Imagine working hard for years, earning your own money, only to find out your ex-husband is trying to take it away with a lie. That happened to me, but I fought back and kept my Social Security benefits safe. Stay with me to hear how I stood up for myself and won. My name is Ruth, and I'm 63 years old. I grew up in a small town in Illinois, raising my 2 daughters after my husband, Tom, walked out 20 years ago. I worked as a librarian, loving the quiet of the books and the smiles of the kids who visited. It wasn't easy, but I saved what I could, putting money aside for when I'd be older. My daughters are grown now, with their own lives, and I live in a little apartment with a view of the park. I thought my past with Tom was behind me, but one day it came back to haunt me. It started with a letter from the Social Security office. I opened it, expecting my usual check, but instead, it said someone had tried to claim my benefits I'd earned from my own job. My heart sank when I saw Tom's name. After all these years, he was trying to take money that belonged to me. I felt angry, like a storm was brewing inside, but I didn't know what to do. Social Security is like a garden you tend for years. It grows into something you can rely on when you're ready to rest. For me, it's about $1,100 a month. Money I earned from my librarian work, and it was supposed to help me live quietly in retirement. But when Tom tried to claim it, I realized it could slip away if I didn't act. If you're watching, maybe you've had someone try to take what's yours. Or maybe you're curious how to keep your Social Security benefits safe. I'm going to take you through my fight, and I hope it helps you too. That letter turned my world upside down. I called the Social Security office, my voice shaking as I explained what happened. A woman named Susan listened and said Tom had filed papers saying we were still married, which isn't true. We divorced long ago. She said he might get some of my benefits if I didn't prove otherwise. I felt betrayed, like he'd stabbed me in the back. After all this time, my daughters were upset too, calling him names, but they didn't know how to help. I dug through old boxes in my closet, finding divorce papers yellowed with age. My hands trembled as I read them, remembering the pain of that day. I had to send them to the Social Security office, but I worried it wouldn't be enough. Tom could lie again, and I'd lose the money I'd worked so hard for. I couldn't sleep, pacing my apartment, watching the park lights flicker. That money was my safety net, and I couldn't let him take it. The Social Security office needed more than my papers. Susan said I had to show proof of my earnings and that Tom had no right to my benefits. I went to the library where I used to work, asking for old pay records. The new manager was kind, but said it would take time to find them. Meanwhile, I got another letter saying Tom's claim was being reviewed. My stomach churned. What if they believed him? I felt powerless, like a kite caught in a storm. I called a friend, a retired teacher named Joyce, who'd been through a divorce too. She suggested I talk to a lawyer, but I didn't have extra money for that. I sold some old books to pay for a quick visit, and the lawyer said Tom might win if I didn't act fast. He helped me write a letter to the Social Security office, but it had to be mailed, and I worried it wouldn't get there in time. Have you ever had to fight for something that was yours? Share your story in the comments side. Love to hear how you stood up. One morning, a thick envelope arrived from the Social Security office. My heart pounded as I opened it. Would it be good news, or would Tom's lie win? I took a deep breath, unsure of what I'd find. The envelope held the best news I could hope for. The Social Security office said Tom's claim was denied because my divorce papers and pay records proved the money was mine. I cried, tears of joy, right there in my kitchen, holding the letter like a treasure. I called Susan to thank her, and she helped me set up a special account online to watch my benefits. She also told me I could report fraud if anyone tried this again, which made me feel stronger. Susan gave me a helpful tip. Check your Social Security account online once a year to make sure everything is correct, like checking the locks on your doors. I did that right away and saw my next payment coming, safe and sound. With that money, I paid my rent and bought a new teapot, something small to celebrate. It felt like I'd won a battle. I'm living better now. My apartment feels like home again, with new curtains I picked out myself. My daughters visit more, bringing their kids, and we sit on the balcony, watching the park. Social Security benefits are my steady friend, giving me $1,100 a month to cover my needs. I started a little savings jar, adding $15 a month, dreaming of a trip to see my sister in Florida. It's not about the money, it's about knowing I fought for what's mine. Tom tried to call once, but I didn't answer. I don't hate him, but I don't trust him either. Winning this fight gave me back my pride, like finding a lost piece of myself. At 63, I feel empowered, ready to enjoy my days instead of worrying about the past. Here's another tip. If someone tries to take your Social Security benefits, tell the Social Security office, right? Awaits like calling for help when you're lost. Have you ever had to protect something important from someone you knew? Let me know in the comments. Story might encourage others. Social Security gave me the power to fight back and keep what I earned. It's like a shield that protects you when life gets tough. If my story inspired you or taught you something new, please like this video and subscribe for more stories like mine. Click the bell so you don't miss the next one. I'm Ruth, and I'm proof you can stand tall at any age. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.